Don't look so pale anymore now that I've got my iron supplements, haha. Hello there and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I have cut my hair, and today we're going to be going through something rather more relaxed than my typical planetary socks that I usually do, mainly because I still haven't finished my sock and it's been way too long. So today we're going to be looking at some really cool memes on r/physicsmemes. So the construction workers outside have actually finally turned off their music, although they are still banging around every now and then, so I'm very sorry about that, but this is pretty much the only chance I get before the sun goes down, so let's actually just get into it. Right, so off the bat, description is left as an exercise to the reader. I never really understood this joke until I got to university, and then in my lectures, this one dude called Merv, all he ever does when he sees these really awful, like, equations and derivations, he would just say, well, that's just an exercise for you to do in your spare time. And I'm like, well, thanks, Merv. We've got the classic iFunny style meme. Sweet man-made colours beyond physical wavelength. Magenta moment. I love that. I love magenta just as a concept in itself. So in case you don't know, which I'm pretty sure you guys do know, you're quite smart. You're all really smart. But the way that magenta works is it's very different to the way that other colours work in your eyes. So you've got three cones which intercept light and, you know, process colour. You've got red, which corresponds to the larger wavelengths, then you've got green, and then you've got blue. Some people actually are tetrachromatic, so they'll have an extra cone that sort of veers off into the UV, which is really cool, and so you can see a lot more purple. But magenta is quite interesting because it actually fires up your red cone and your blue cone, but not your green cone, and so the way that your brain processes it is it actually makes magenta, which is really weird because technically it doesn't exist, but technically it does, so it's really cool. This one is just really cute. Assume spherical rabbit. It's more like a maths meme than a physics one, but actually thinking about it, we just had a lecture where we had to assume isotrope. It is a physics meme, I guess. I actually used to have a biology teacher who, she loved rabbits so much. She loved paws specifically. So she would try and relate everything back to, what's that thing? Polydactyly? Yeah, polydactyly. She would try and use it as much as possible and just blast us with pictures of rabbits all the time. It was so adorable. Oh, this one's a controversial one. Friendship ended with dark matter. Now, modified Newtonian dynamics is my best friend. See, what's quite interesting about this is that, I mean, dark matter is quite a wild theory in itself. Like, there's just invisible matter. That is quite preposterous, and yet it seems to be what's actually happening. Although, you know, there are faults with the dark matter theory, and modified Newtonian dynamics also has its strengths and faults, so I think in a couple years' time, or maybe a couple decades, hopefully we'll be able to figure out which one's right, and maybe neither are right. How would you turn $1 into 100? Go get change, now I've got 100 cents. This is why it's important to specify units. Yeah. I remember you would actually get marks taken off of your exams if you didn't put the units in, which is, it's very smart, but then again, like, oh dear. Oh my god, this meme's on Griffiths. You know this book by this author, right? Just comment down below if you have him as your essential readings, because we have it as well, and I'm pretty sure it's quite well used, this book, in the UK at least. Yeah, I can't pronounce the name, is it? Griffiths. You like Griffiths in excuse me. Okay, I cannot read. I believe that's the Cyrillic. That is the Cyrillic alphabet, but I don't know if it's Russian or not, but pi squared equals g? Oh my goodness. That is terrible. That must have been from like engineering or something. That can't be physics. Oh my god, I hate this meme. Right, so with the new James Webb Telescope launching and, you know, it taking some really nice deep pictures, this meme is just pissing me off. Right, it says physicists are dedicating their lives to researching the Big Bang just to have a $25 billion telescope potentially prove them wrong. Yeah, note that word potentially. Okay, this is kind of annoying because one little picture taken by, well, it's not a little picture, it's a couple gigabytes, but still, one picture taken by JWST doesn't automatically prove an entire theory wrong. It's only really a little bit of evidence that would either support or, I guess not exactly disprove, but unsupport the theory itself, or maybe just a specific part of the theory, just like how there are many, many other bits of evidence that actually support Big Bang, such as the actual recession of galaxies. Science teacher getting ready to say Uranus in front of a new generation of 14-year-olds. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, and when the teacher would say, they would say it like Uranus, of course. And these little male children just wetting themselves over the fact that they said the word anus. It was so funny. I would have hoped that maybe people would have grown up as the years go by and my classmates start to grow some brain cells, but even as I'm doing space science lectures, like, you'll hear kids, well, not kids, they're adults now, but you'll hear my classmates just absolutely bickering over the word. Physics majors, when they were on the fifth of the relaxation method, and they still haven't found out how to relax yet. I'm guessing this person has pretty much only just learned about the relaxation method and had to make a quick meme. How many iterations are your professors actually making you do? Like, oh my goodness, so bad. Uh-oh, we've got somebody who hates Griffiths. Wait, so you're saying that J.D. Jackson is a great book? I do, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. I have to look up this book. J.D. Jackson. Physics. Perfect. He looks like a cool guy. $100! Are they absolutely mad? Jeez. Pounds and kilos agreeing at 0. Inches and centimeters agreeing at 0. Fahrenheit, Rankine, Celsius, Kelvin. What is that RA thing? Oh, I only thought there were 4. There's another temperature scale. Do you guys put degree Kelvin on your temperatures? I've been putting degrees Kelvin. Is that wrong? But yeah, I mean, the first bit makes sense. Of course, you can't have a negative mass unless if maybe antimatter has negative mass. I don't think it does though. Centimeters, inches, you can't have a minus length. So yeah, it does actually, I mean, it does check out, I guess. What is this RA one? I'm wondering. RA temperature. Rankine? No, that's R. Well, there's no RA. Oh, they put them both. Bro, that's cheating. Pulley in real life. Ideal pulley. See, this is why you gotta do astrophysics with me, get rid of all of that earthly engineering crap. Right, this one. An inch is a 1/12 of a foot. An inch is a... Oh no, he's shouting. An inch is a 1/12 of a foot, says the angry imperial loser from the US. Sorry, US, you guys suck when it comes to measuring stuff. A meter is a distance a meter is a distance a light travels in 1/299,792,458 seconds, obviously. Yes, wait, it's Finnish voice. Yes, I can't do a Finnish voice, I'm sorry. Yes, a poron kusema is a distance a reindeer can walk without peeing. All very useful, all very valid, I'm guessing. So we were only just covering this in a lecture today, so I have no clue what's going on, but I sort of have a clue what's going on. Yeah, very funny. I don't know what's going on. So this one's interesting. We've got comparison between the Hubble telescope and James Webb. For one, I didn't know that the Hubble telescope looked like that. I thought that it was, a Newtonian style mirror. And that the James Webb one, I thought it was actually 18 gold hexagons and then a silver boat. So I had no clue that James Webb actually looked very similar to the Death Star, funnily enough, and that Hubble telescope looked like an actual moon. So that's really interesting. The more you learn, I guess. I'm guessing none of you know about the Addison Kane lawsuit. But in the distance you can hear Addison Kane preparing to sue the physics that govern our very reality. Basically, Addison Kane, I don't even know if I can say this without her actually getting mad. Oh, this will only get like a couple views, so it's fine. But she basically tried to sue this other person. I completely don't know who this other person is, because Addison basically pretended that she created the Omegaverse or something. It's something to do with like wolf erotica. I don't want to talk about it, but like, oh my god, dude. Oh, this is one that you guys everybody would understand. Air resistance, physics questions. Yeah, I can't even read this. There's some X's, there's some H. Enthal. Oh, it's is it thermodynamics? I cannot see that at all. There's a oh right, yeah, there is a gamma in thermodynamics. I took a whole resit. I studied the entirety of a textbook and I keep forgetting this stuff. This is so bad. But chemistry. Have no fear of ice cold beer, yeah. Sums it up pretty much from a physicist perspective, yeah. Learn quantum physics in one lesson. The lesson is 300... Wait, so, okay. 35040 minutes, that's what? 584 hours. So it's 24 days, what there, yeah, that makes sense. And you wouldn't even scratch the surface of quantum mechanics because nobody has. Newton's first law. A body at rest wants to stay at rest. This gives me like Minion memes, Facebook mom vibes, you know? Or what's that one that my mum always posts? It's that Auntie Acid stupid stuff. I'm sorry mum, but honestly, just stop it. Yeah, this just gives me Facebook mom vibes. When people tell you that first year uni maths is basically advanced maths from year 12, so that was a fucking lie. I didn't find that because I actually went to a sixth form that specialised in mathematics and physics, so to be fair, I think it was when we got to like the latter part of second year and now third year that I'm starting to cover fairly new stuff. But I'm not sure, if you went to like a regular secondary school or sixth form, like tell me how big the jump was, because for me physics was like a huge jump for me, especially the mechanics and stuff, but the maths was dead easy. I mean, I did go to a maths school, so I guess it makes sense that I found it easy. So this is interesting. So when someone ever calls you stupid by saying you have IQ of room temperature, since they never specified the actual scale of temperature, it could technically either be 25 degrees Celsius, which is pretty stupid, 77, which is also pretty stupid, I believe. I don't remember how it goes, but I think that's also pretty low IQ. But then you could also have a 298.15 degree IQ. Which side are you on? Photons or oh my goodness, get rid of... I don't want to see that anymore. I don't want any condensed matter. Right, we've got some big brain memes from the engineering department here, so be careful, tread with caution, just get your thinking hats on and we're going to try and like decipher this very, very briefly. We've got G equals 9.81. You round it up to G equals 10. Okay, so we're saying G equals 10, right? G equals pi... Right, that's already bad. That's G equals pi squared. Pi equals E equals 3. G equals pi squared equals 9. Therefore G equals 9 equals 10. Well, first... when you set that G equals pi squared, you immediately disregarded your first claim. So, brilliant. This is just... big brain top tier engineering. Right, so we're going to end this video on a really nice and heartwarming meme. My son has been eating electrical cords. What do I do? Ground him until he conducts himself properly. Oh my goodness. Brilliant. Thank you, Joff Warder. So that concludes this funny meme review, I guess. It was a very fun physics memes subreddit. I think I'll join it and have it come up on my dash. Oh, I do want to ask though, if there's anything like astrophysicsy or cosmology sort of stuff that you really want to learn about and would like to learn about it in video format, could you like comment it down please? Because honestly I would love to find some more ideas to like make videos about, and I do have an actual part of my course which requires me to do some science communication and outreach, so I would love to hear your ideas and any suggestions that you have. Of course I'll still be doing some memes here and there. And with that, I'll see you soon. Goodbye.